Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 51 of the WMA 5 series here on the channel, as it is a UFC Fight Night show. As far as this is a hell of a main event, though, and we're going to be in Montreal, Quebec, Canada for this one, too. So I get to go to the Great North, as far as the Great White North, that is all Canada. But but the main event, Topuria taking on Mirsad Bektic. My God, is Ila Topuria, of course, now the current featherweight champion of the world, and a man that has some power in his hands, taking on somebody like Mirsad Bektic, who is quite a dangerous fighter in his own right, especially here in the safe. As we do have a couple pieces of mail, mainly it's just one thing. So Scott Holtzman broke his nose during training, as preparing for his fight against Devonte Smith, as far as with only I think it's 2 or 3 weeks away. That fight of his, well, was going to be, but now he's been replaced by Damir Hadzovic, as Hadzovic wanted to fill it in, and we're giving it to him. So as far as that was a nice little couple of people wanted it, but he was kind of the closest one to making it a close fight with as far as Devonte Smith. So Smith gets a new opponent for that one. As for the, of course, this Topuria Bektic, the Lincoln, Nebraska native, taking on the undefeated Spaniard, and he is the favorite. No surprise there. Second ranked featherweight in the world. I mean, basically, Topuria wins here. I always want to say Topuria. If he can win here tonight, obviously he's taking on the winner of Holloway and Volkanovski 2. Or not 2, Jesus. I forget what in the trilogy that, or if that is the trilogy fight. I think it is actually the trilogy fight now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because we did the second one. Alright, so this would be the trilogy. So Miroslav Bektic, though, 15-2, coming in off of 2 big wins, two 30-27s over Ige and Zabit, which is kind of crazy. But as far as, of course, he lost to Josh Emmett and Darren Elkins, it's just kind of funny to think that he's got a chance to maybe fall into a really good chance of having a title fight in the near future for sure. But I mean, this is a tough fight for him. Very, very tough. If he had problems with somebody like Josh Emmett, I mean, Topuria is incredible as far as stand-up wise. He's gonna have some problems for sure. But maybe on the other side of things, as far as a Nebraskan Midwestern wrestler, guy that's gonna look to grind you out, it's gonna be tough for him. Gonna be tough for him. And then Leah Letson and Felicia Spencer, another Midwesterner as far as, but taking on the hometown kid and Felicia Spencer as far as the Quebec native, hoping to get a big win. And this is going to be a fun fight, though. A Taekwondo background for Leah Letson, a kickboxing background for Felicia Spencer. Both are women's featherweight fighters as well. So that's, as far as to have them pretty high up on the card, it is nice to see. Should be a fun co-main. I think as far as if this stays standing and the main event stays standing, we should have a pretty fun card. And then Askar Askarov and Magomed Bubulatov, as far as Magomed Bubulatov, a Kimbo background with a wrestling background as well. Of course, almost a top 10 flyweight. He's taking on somebody in Askar Askarov who is very, very tough in his own right as well. These flyweights, man, they're tough. That division's pretty deep with talent. And as far as Askar Askarov, he's coming in 2-1-1. He's coming in off of a win over Brandon Moreno, a split decision win, which is very, very impressive. It's crazy to think he fought Rogerio Bontorian as well earlier. Having 3 fights in the year 2020 is kind of crazy. But then, also had the draw with Brandon Moreno as well. Yeah, I mean, this is he's really, really good as far as Askar Askarov, the Russian flyweight, coming in as a 12th on the flyweight scale. But obviously in the world, he's 21st. It's just crazy. Magomed is a 6th. He's 11th in the world. He's making, as far as his first fight back after losing to Pantoja, wild to think. He also lost to Bontorian by a split decision, so that's kind of crazy to think. He also lost to John Morga as well, but those both the Bontorian fight and the Moraga fight, very, very good. Very, very good. Especially, I mean, Moraga knocked him the fuck out. That was at the, of course, Kevin Lee, Tony Ferguson card. But as far as with this, I mean, this is a very, very tough fight to call. I think it's going to be really, really close. Obviously, Magomed needs this win more than, I would say, Oscar does. But Oscar, if he wins this, he might take on as far as a top 5 guy for sure in the near future. As for Blagoy, Ivanov, and Shamil Abdurakhimov. Oh my god, Abdurakhimov. As far as Shamil and Blagoy, both are just outside the top 15. Actually, Blagoy is 15. So both guys looking to jump maybe potentially into the top 10. But as far as, veterans for sure, both Sambo fighters too, so this should be pretty fun. Very, very close to the betting lines. This one, I mean, depending on how they want to go about it, if they try to just get each other against the cage and put their weight on each other, might not be the greatest of fights. But especially Shamil's ground and pound, very, very solid. He got destroyed by Justin Willis, so I will say that. 30-27 by him. He's been knocked out by Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades. Very, very tough. But he's knocked out Topuria. And he had a split decision win over Walt Harris, but of course that was a couple of years back. Definitely the Topuria fight, as far as that was the Overeem Alexei Oleinik card. That was definitely, his best fight to date, as far as we'll see how he does here against a bit like a Blagoy, who is tough in his own right. Of course, had the loss to Alexei Oleinik, but then got overturned. We'll see how he does after losing to Derek Lewis as well, which was crazy. He didn't get finished by Derek Lewis, but he got finished by Alexei Oleinik. We'll see how he does here, because I think both guys stylistically make a lot of sense. Their styles really complement each other. They're both around the 250 range as far as weight wise. It's going to be interesting. That's going to be a bit of a mirror match as Misha Kirkunov taking on Alonzo Minfield, the undefeated Alonzo Minfield, who is coming in as underdog, though, against somebody like Misha Kirkunov, who is ranked higher than him, but only by one spot, as he's 21st. He lost to Jacare last year, got knocked out in the first minute of that one. He's beaten Jimmy Crite before. He's beaten Nikita Krylov. He's beaten Kutabala. That's kind of crazy. I think he's beaten those top guys, but he's also fought guys like Volkan Oezdemir. He's fought Glover Teixeira. He's fought Johnny Walker as well, which those last 3 were not great. He got finished in the first. A couple of them in the first 30 seconds, but those guys are crazy. Those are top-level strikers, and he knows where he's at in the rankings as far as, is he going to be a guy that's going to be a top 10 light heavyweight? Probably not. But he's a tough guy for Alonzo Minfield. If Minfield, this is the fraud check test for him. If Minfield can come through and get a big win over a ranked guy, that'd be fantastic for him. Right now, he's coming off 2 first-round finishes here in the save. Overall, he's had 4 first-round finishes, and that's all been, TKOs, and he knocked out Paul Craig. That was at the Dos Santos Ngannou card on ESPN. Gonna be a tough one. Gonna be a tough one for sure for Alonzo Minfield, but this is a fraud check test. This is a guy that could jump potentially into the top 20, maybe even higher, if he can beat Misha. Not only that, beat him in a pretty dominating fashion as well. Then for the prelims, John Magdesi taking on Matt Wyman, as far as the Oklahoma native and the Quebec native for John the Bull, as a kickboxer versus Muay Thai fighter. So this should be a fun one, but of course, Matt has a jiu-jitsu background as well. Both guys, as far as similar records, 18-6, 16-9. Similar UFC records as well, 10-6, or 11-6, and 10-7 rather. So guys that are very much have been on similar paths for a long, long time, and they finally get to battle it out here. As he's on a 4-fight win streak. Of course, is John the Bull, but he's pretty much fought like once a year, and that's a great, that's a great schedule to have. But he's fought, Donald Cerrone. He's fought as far as Alan Patrick. Yancy Madoris as well. Ross Pearson, Sam Stouts, Dennis Hallman, way back when at the UFC 2. Oh, wow, that was at the John Jones Leona Machida card. That's crazy. Was that on the prelim, I'm assuming? Oh, see about that. Yeah, because I remember the. Oh, no, that was on the main card. That's got to be out of order. This has got to be all over the place. Because, yeah, obviously the Nogueira, Frank Mir, the crazy roll through into the Kimura, that was on that card. God damn. Yeah, they must have just combined the main card and the prelim, and it's a jumbled mess. But, yeah, that was a fun pay-per-view. I remember that very, very fondly. And he also fought on he fought on a lot of pretty big UFC cards. He fought on the first John Jones Gustafsson card as well. The St. Pierre Diaz and the St. Pierre Cross Condon. Mainly the St. Pierre Diaz one. And even John Jones and Rashad Evans, which that fight wasn't really the greatest, but. And he also fought, he fought at the Aldo McGregor card too. That is wild. I mean, that shows you John the Bull, he brings it. So to have him be a part of this card, very, very impressive. As for Matt Wyman, though, he is on a 2-fight losing streak, but both those fights happened pre-save. It's kind of crazy. Fought for a bunch of years from, as far as the mid-2000s. That was on UFC 60 with fucking Matt Hughes and Royce Gracie in the main event. That is crazy. He's fought Spencer Kingfisher. He's fought Jim Miller. He's fought both, so both guys have fought Sam Stout. That's kind of crazy. Obviously, with Matt losing to Sam Stout, though, he's fought Mac Danzig, Colt Miller. Dennis Siver. He's fought him, actually, Mac Danzig twice as well. So, I mean, just talk about guys from another era, especially for Matt Wyman. I mean, when you fight at UFC 60, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome. So that's going to be a fun main event of the prelim. And for Oliver Aubin-Mercier, of course, the Quebec native, taking on the Australian in Isaac Head Splitter Hardman from Brisbane, Australia, making his UFC debut, and he is a heavy, heavy underdog on this one. We'll see how, as far as he's got some power for a 155er. As far as he just won at, of course, Australian Fighting Championship at AFC. That was back in January where he finished Rob Hill. But yeah, 5'11". I mean, that's a good size for a lightweight, but OAM is pretty tough. Of course, and that's kind of funny. He was the finalist of the Australian versus Canada Ultimate Fighter. And now he's taking on a Australian. But obviously, things haven't went his way, though, as of late. But he's fought some tough guys, though. Obviously, Gilbert Burns, Alexander Hernandez, Arman Zorkian, Alex Munoz, Tony Martin, Drew Dober. Tough guys. Chad Larpsey as well, his first fight. Oh, yeah, was that, I'm trying to think who was on, was that, yeah, it was Tim Kennedy, that's what it was. I was thinking, I had, for a second, it was either the Bisping, Mayhem Miller one, or it was the, Tim Kennedy one. Yeah, Patrick Cote was on that card, too. Poirier was on that card, that's wild. So, yeah, I mean, this is a big-time fight for him. He needs a win. He's back in Quebec, too. He can make it 8-7, or 8-6, rather, in his UFC career. It'd be a huge win for him, but for Isaac Hardman, my God, talk about shocking the world a little bit. If he could beat Amir, a plus 400 underdog, that would be huge. And then Johan Anis, the White Lion, another Quebec native, making his UFC debut, taking on Aaron Jeffrey, who is an Ontario native, so two Canadians battling it out. Johan is the favorite, of course, as far as a 185 bout, so two middleweights here. For Johan, he beat Jason Butcher before this, but he actually lost in the save. Got basically 50-45, besides one judge went the other way with it in a 5-rounder, of course, for the middleweight title in Titan FC. Damden McCroy, which that's kind of wild to think he lost there, but yeah, I mean, this is a 6'1" middleweight. He's got a lot of length, but also Aaron Jeffrey, though, too, has a lot of length as well at 6'2", but he's more of a wrestler, more so than anything. He also beat, Torbjorn Madsen, which, I don't know, Torbjorn Madsen might not be too much of a name, but obviously here in this save, obviously was part of our first tough season we did in the save. Of course, that was at the Anderson Silva Yoel Romero card back in September. So a nice little turnaround for him. We'll see how that fight plays out. Then Charles Jourdain against Rodrigo Vargas. This is a pretty crazy fight. Another featherweight contest here at 150. Oh no, lightweight contest rather. Excuse me, at 155. As Charles Jourdain, undefeated so far in the UFC, and looking to make it 3-0 here. Another, obviously, Quebec native taking on a Mexico City native in Rodrigo Vargas, who, Vargas, though, he lost his debut fight to Alex Silva. Of course, that was before the save. So his first fight here in the save. See how he does. And then Brandon Davis, Killer B Davis, taking on Kyle the Monster Nelson. Very, very tough fighters, Kyle Nelson, obviously, in real life. We'll see how he does here in this fight, as he's 2-2 here in the UFC right now. He beat Chase Hooper, though, in the first fight in the save, which is a huge win. I believe he was the underdog in that one. Oh, no, he wasn't. How about that? But, yeah, he's 2-2 here in the UFC, looking to make it 3-2 and make it his 15th win in his career. And for Brandon Davis, Killer B, 10-8, 2-5 in the UFC. He loses here, probably out of the UFC, so he's fighting for a job here. To be honest. But, yeah, there's another featherweight contest. We're ending the show, and we're opening up the show with a featherweight contest as far as, like, on the prelim and then on the main card. But, yeah, a lot of lightweight contests, though, on that prelim. 3 lightweights and then a middleweight as well. Only one women's fight the entire card. As for Miroslav Bektic, though, main eventing for the second time in his UFC career. Both fighters are world-ranked featherweights, of course. Topuria 2nd, Bektic 8th, as Bektic as American Top Team guy, which, of course, he's 1-0, is Topuria, since he's undefeated. Topuria is the favorite, but again, Miroslav Bektic is a guy, not a bad flyer to take for an underdog. He might Russell fuck his way to victory. As Leah Letson and Felicia Spencer. Very, very close. Spencer does have the 6-inch advantage, so I definitely would side to her, plus being the hometown girl. You figured she'd have a little bit of extra momentum for this one. And that's going to be a fun one, though, as then the flyweight contest again on the main card. There's their teammates, Burkut FC, too. So as far as we'll see how Magomed does is against Oscar Askarov. He is the heavy favorite on the Blookout stat picks. He's probably going to be the heavy favorite for that one. As for Shamil and Blagoy, the 2 heavyweight Sambo fighters, 5-2. As far as the Blookout stat picks, with Shamil having the majority, which is interesting. I thought that'd be Blagoy for sure, but that's a close one, obviously. And then Misha Kirkonov against Alonzo Menfield. Misha is the heavy favorite, but I would not count out Alonzo Menfield. He's definitely got a puncher's chance in that one. That's, of course, kicking off the show as the two longtime veterans of the company battling it out in the main event of the prelim. Of course, for John the Bull, he has his last loss, December of 2016. For Matt, his last win, November of 2014. But, of course, took a long time off from basically 2014 to, like, 2019. And, but Matt's the favorite, which is pretty crazy. I definitely would hedge my bet towards the Quebec native. As OAM, Oliver Aubin Mercier taking on Isaac Hardman, as Isaac Hardman made his UFC debut as the heavy underdog to Aubin Mercier. Gonna be a tough one. Gonna be a tough one for him, but you never know. You never know. Those Aussies are tough. As Johan Lainez taking on Aaron Jeffrey, as Jeffrey, the heavy, as far as underdog against the another man making his UFC debut, but this time, though, as the heavy favorite for a UFC man making his debut. But, yeah, that's going to be a tough fight, though, for Aaron Jeffrey. He's got a handful there. And then Charles Jourdain, and Rodrigo Vargas. Charles Jourdain's going to be a tough guy to beat. That is for sure. Heavy favorite in this one. Really no surprises. Then Kyle the Monster Nelson against Brandon Killer B Davis. Fighting for a job. His old Killer B. We'll see how he does. As far as a plus 220 underdog, Muay Thai Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, martial artist is, Kyle Nelson. Much a better stand-up guy than I think a lot of people give him credit for. That's probably where we're going to see him do most of his damage today in this fight, but we'll see, though, as Davis deliberately doesn't touch gloves, though, so Killer B not touching gloves. I'm sure that's going to draw some heat from the Canadians. Two kind of left hands from Nelson. That's a nice straight right hand from Davis, though, and now he's putting the pressure on him. Pair of jabs. Davis with a nice right hand that lands, and then now Nelson falls for a clever feint. Oh boy, Davis with a counter here. Left jab and a right cross. Davis fighting pretty good. Gets him with another feint. There's a right cross, lands hard after the jab. Well, I mean, Davis is winning this fight so far. There's a jab and a right hook. Oh, there's a fucking... went to the right hook to the ribs, but misses after the jab from Davis with Nelson there with a left jab, but misses his right hand. And nice jab of Sithering kicks the legs from Davis. Now, listen, Brandon Davis, he's fighting his ass off so far. Went for the vicious right hand that missed. Back into the pocket now is Davis. All the strikes are either avoided or off target, and Nelson with the left hand there in this exchange, trying to get a setup to shoot in now is Kyle Nelson. He's like, oh, we gotta go down to the mat. He's getting outstruck for sure. There's a left hand and right to the body. Minute left. Oh boy, nice feint again. It's a 1-2. Quick left, straight right. 1-2 from Nelson here to end out the round. At least he ends that on a positive note, but he definitely lost that round. That is definitely Brandon Davis up on the scorecard. See what happens in the second. Davis is starting to slow down, and that's going to give Nelson a chance to try to shoot in. Got him against the cage. It's what you need for Nelson, but they are separated and get out of it, does Davis. That's a good job by him, and he falls for a clever feint. Again, it's Kyle Nelson. I'm sure the corner would have told him explicitly, do not fall for these feints, as a slipping the right hook counters with a left roundhouse kick to the body. Oh, hits the right cross, though, Nelson. There's a clean right hand from Davis. After the jab, there's a left jab and a right hand taking on the gloves, though, from Nelson. Kick to the lead leg from Davis here. Misses the right hook to the ribs. There's a good guard. Misses the right hand. Here comes a counter, as it's a quick jab followed by a right cross. Starting with a jab, hits the right cross. It's Nelson. There's left jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body. Left cross from Nelson. Jab, right hand from Davis. Boy, oh boy. 1-2 from Davis. Jab and a right cross for Nelson. Listen, that was a much better round from Kyle Nelson. I don't know if it did enough to win the round. It was a close one, though. Yeah, it was closer. But yeah, Kyle Nelson needs to finish. Brandon Davis might do it. He just got one more round. Nice jab at a straight right. As the corner trying to urge him on here. Nice 1-2 here from Nelson. Left jab at a leg kick from Davis. There's a right roundhouse kick to the ribs now from Davis. Nelson misses the right hook. Here comes a counter. It's a quick left jab and a kick to the lead leg. And now the limping is starting to show here for Kyle Nelson. Boy, Brandon Davis, he had a perfect game plan for this one. Oh, but Nelson's not going down without a fight. It's a quick left, straight right. See what he's got. Dodges away the body kick. Now counters the left kick to the rib cage. 1-2 from Davis here. But Nelson also lands a left jab and a right cross. Yeah, both guys are pretty much tired. I mean, they've been going at it for 15 minutes now. I don't blame them one bit. Left jab, right hand doesn't connect, though. 1-2 from Davis there. Doesn't connect with the left jab. It lands the right hook, though. There's a jab and a right hand from Davis. Probably broke his nose on that one to end it out. Oh, boy. Oh, and he got poked in the eye, too. Wild. What a sequence to end it out. But, yeah, I mean, Nelson tries to go for a takedown. He finally gets one. A little too late for that. 30-27 him. Did Brandon Killer B. Davis. And he keeps his job. How about that? 11-9, or 11-8, rather, for Brandon Davis. As for Kyle Nelson, 14-4. He's going to wait for his 15th victory another time. Great win, though. Great performance from Brandon Davis there. Charles, Air, Jordan, and Rodrigo Vargas as 11-2, 11-3. Similar records, but Charles Jordan definitely the clear favorite in this one as the hometown favorite as well. Let's see how the Quebec native does as they start off with missing on these strike exchanges here. Right hook, though, from Vargas. Right jab getting at the left crosses. Jordan, left cross from Vargas. Right kick to the rib cage there from Jordan. Now he slips, goes for the right jab and the low kick that narrowly misses, though. Moving forward constantly now is Vargas with a counter left hand. Right hand, but Vargas dodges the big head kick now. That was a punch that's missed it there. Oh, wow. Look at two nice jabs from Jordan and catches them with a crunching left hook. Vargas with the left hand. Connects the jab. Vargas dodges the leg kick, though. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Vargas came to fight. And that, listen, you figured he would. And it's not like, as far as Mexican fighters, rather it be boxing, rather it be mixed martial arts, they're bringing it. They're not going to quit on you out there as far as Jordan. He's up on the round, but I would say he was a lot closer than, well, it was 5 to 11 on strike, so it was still a nice advantage for Jordan, but it was a clear domination. So we'll see how he fails on the strikes combination there. Kind of jabs from Vargas, jab and a straight right from Jordan. Jab misses from Vargas, jab hits a leg kick as well. Body kick and counters the body kick rather as Vargas with a jab and a right cross. Wow, Jordan's getting tired. See what he can do. Tries to go for the jab, misses though. Catches him with a crunching right hook, this Jordan. Oh my God, he caught him with a left head kick. And he knocked him down. Oh boy, looking to finish the fight here in the second. Oh, trying to move now from side control to mount here after these left hands are clearly rocking him, but Vargas sees it coming and went for the scramble. Oh wow, Vargas is behind him now. Look at his rear naked choke. Oh my, he did it. Holy shit. Rodrigo Vargas, what a win. Unreal. Charles Air Jordan. Get fucked, buddy. Oh my God. That is crazy. He dropped him, looked to finish him, went for side control, or went from side control to mount, scrambled, did Vargas, and somehow recovered in time to grab his back and get a rear naked choke. Insane. All before the end of the round, too. There's still like 30 seconds left of the round. Insane. Insane. What a win. What a moment as far as it gets his 12th victory, and unreal. Unreal. That's going to be a tough fight to beat for Fight of the Night. My God. Thanks to his sponsor for backing him. Also thanks to his family, friends, and supporters as well. Johan taking on Aaron Jeffrey. Mergliato's our free cage-side judges here. See if we have another upset. And boy, it's not looking good for the Canadians. Down 0-2 to start this one off, as displaying a nice boxing display here from Aaron Jeffrey. 4-punch combination there. There's a jab and a head kick. Oh! Rocked him with the head kick. Oh my God, got him again with another head kick. Well, that was violence personified from Johan. Poor Aaron Jeffrey, though. He had a good combination to start it off with, and then got caught with a head kick, and then got dropped by a head kick. Crazy. Surprised he didn't get finished off of one of them, but at least he survived enough a little bit to just get fucked up some more. But for Johan, that's a great way to start off your career. Revolution Fight team member, though, helping him prepare for this fight, and I think they're connected to that team, and sponsors for supporting him financially as well. So I am Oliver Aubin Morcier taking on Isaac Hardman. Low-key fighting for a job is OAM here, so we'll see. As Mark Otto's referee, cage-side judges, we'll see how the Canadian can do. Yeah, now Hardman, though, 4 punches and catches with a low kick. How about that? Well, OAM with a takedown. He said, fuck that shit. We are not striking with this guy. Tries to get past the guard, and it's trying to get past it, but he can't. Oh, it doesn't have time to secure positioning either. Oh, ends up in half guard, so we're back where we started. Looking to get side control again. Oh, wow, Hardman. He's on the bottom, though, in side controls. That's tough. He's scrambling, but he's not able to do anything, and now he's got a Kimura. Yep, yeah, that was it. Well, he looked good, standing up-wise, for the first, 20 seconds. Then he got taken down. That was pretty much all she wrote. So AM gets the win. That's a 12th victory, and a tough break for the Australian. Making his debut a long way from home. But at least, hopefully, he gets a good payday out of it. But, Jordan, Jesus. I got Charles Air Jordan on the brain. I still can't believe that fucking upset. That was crazy. But John, the Bull Madesi, taking on Matt Wyman. As far as that is this is going to be a tough fight. Tough fight here. Both guys, again, similar records. Similar age, similar styles even. It's going to be a tough one. See how the Bull can do as far as if he can answer the bell here. His left hand leg kick misses, though. He's walking him down as Wyman into the pocket. Comes in fast with 3 kick punches. One of them lands, but then hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. He's maybe going to rock him. Went for a takedown attempt potentially, but John pushing the pace, 1 punch, but Wyman avoids the big right punch, and that's going to give his chance to take him down. And he's got him down. Look at the pass. Can't get it, though. Wyman's probably going to stay here. Yep, it's a scramble, actually. So now John's on his feet here. Putting him against the cage into the Muay Thai clinch, potentially. Is Wyman. He does. Oh, boy. Oh, and that's the end of the round. Thought it was going to be a knee strike or something, or even an elbow, but obviously Matt gets that first round. And he's going right back down. Yeah, he's got the single leg takedown. So now, trying to secure guard, potentially, but John was ready for it. He looks for the scramble, but he's on his back, so we're back where we were. Man, it sucks, because this prelim was going really, really well, and now we have kind of a bit of a wrestle fuck going on. Mergulata's going to stand it back up, and here we go. Wyman hits a jab, misses a spinning back kick, though. Here comes the bull with a jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body. So at least he's trying to strike with him now, is Wyman. He's up 2 rounds to none. He's got nothing to lose, so he'll probably try to go right back down, though, if I had to guess, so he doesn't avoid getting hit. Oh, look at that, though. As I say that, here's a right cross off the counter. Oh, and there's the takedown. As, I mean, listen, on one hand, sure, it would have been great to see these guys strike it out, see who was the better stand-up guy between a kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter, but he went for a takedown every single time. They got back up to their feet, and now Wyman's going right back down, potentially with a trip. Oh, nobody stops it. Oh, but he grabs the cage. Well, verbal warning, which is pretty dumb, because, yep, he's just going to go right back down. And he's got his back up against the cage. Oh, looking for a choke here. Oh, went for the guillotine, not happening, though. Trying to get, oh, he got side control. Looking for the armbar. Well, at least he tried to go for a finish. Another one, not happening, though. At least he tried to finish him in the third, but it was a little too late for that. Impressive win, though. Impressive performance, because John the Bull was on a nice little win streak. Yeah, that was a big win. Big win for Matt Wyman. That was huge. It's a Tulsa native, as far as he gives the name check to everyone at Roof Sport. Is very responsive to all of his friends, family, and supporters as well. As now we kick off the main card here this fight night. Misha Kirkunov, Alenzo Minfield. I would not count out Alenzo Minfield. This is going to be a very, very fun fight, though. They touch gloves. There's a right cross that lands hard from Minfield. There he rocks him already. Jesus Christ. Smashes through the guard. Oh, boy. Another one. Going in for the kill. Big right hand. Oh, my God. Alonzo Minfield is a wrecking ball of destruction. Jesus Murphy. As he thanks ever connected to Fortis MMA for helping for the fight, and also sponsor for supporting him financially as well. I mean, we gotta give him like a top 15 guy now. I mean, there's just nothing more I can really say about it. That's insane. It's Blagoy Ivanov taking on Shamil Abdurakhmanov, as we'll see how Abdurakhmanov can do against Blagoy Ivanov. This, I mean, two very, very similar fighters, two Sambo heavyweights that are around the 250, 255 range. They got their, fight camps. No touch of gloves from Blagoy. Draws some heat from the Canadians. Shamil went for the jab. But he hit some of the beauty of a straight right, though. And now Shamil trying to, get the strike exchanges going. Blagoy with a right hand. 1-2 doesn't land either blow. 1-2 from Blagoy, though. Oh, there's a wicked right uppercut from Shamil. He knocked him down. Might finish him here in the first. Oh, hanging on is Blagoy. Oh boy, well, he's got half guard now. See what he can do on the bottom. Is Blagoy, I mean, he's pretty dangerous on his back, but I definitely say Shamil, if he's able to get some power behind some of these punches and ground and pound his way to a win, but I don't know, though. Let's see. Oh, looking for the armbar from the bottom. Oh, yep, he's a dangerous guy from the bottom. Very, very dangerous is Blagoy. But obviously Shamil won that round with a knockdown. And there's a good counter again, as he misses the right hand. Oh, this time Blagoy there with a good left hook off the counter. Right hand from Blagoy. Jab and a low kick. Blagoy misses the right hook, or rather, Shamil misses the right hook. Here comes a counter. It's a right jab, but the left hand misses. Blagoy answered the bell pretty well so far. Oh, as I say that, he gets kind of a nice right hook from Shamil. There's a good right hand, and he rocked him again. Oh, man, big right hand. Down he goes. Is he going to finish him here? Heavy shots coming through now. Somehow hanging on this Blagoy. He is one tough son of a bitch. I'll give him that. Oh, Shrimp's at a half guard now. Back at the full guard. again, he could catch him from the bottom with an armbar or triangle, but Shamil, very, very wise, knows that how dangerous he is, and he knows he just, and I think that's why he's not trying to grapple with him. That's why he's not trying to, which obviously is a good thing he's not, because he's been the much better striker so far, but it's just a great game plan from Shamil. There's a good right hand from him. Oh, and there's a massive right hook on the jaw, off the counter, and he knocked him out cold in the third. Yeah, crazy. Crazy that Blagoy held in there for 3 rounds with him. Thought he had him in the first. Boy, Shamil, though, that was a great performance. 21st win. He looked damn good. Damn good. As Askarov, Magomed Bublatov, as the Burkut FC teammates battling it out. On this main card, Mergliata back out there. Cage side judges here. Left jab. Big Reds avoided, though. Magomed coming into the pocket. Nice right hand to the body. Oh, here comes a counter from Magomed now. The left jab and a body kick that's paired away, actually. Both guys are kind of missing now. Coming together, nothing really coming of it, though. Counter jab doesn't connect either. 1-2 from Magomed fails to land. Bit of a swing and a miss from the flyweight so far. Back into the pocket. There's a nice right hand from Magomed. Jab hits home. Right to the side of the ribs. So far, Oscar hasn't really done shit. And he catches him with a stunning right hook, does Magomed. Drops him with that one. Might finish him here in the first before the end of the round. He does. With about 12 seconds left. Give it, actually, 23 to be exact. Good performance from Magomed, though. My God, he completely outclassed him. Yeah, that was crazy. He wants Malcolm X Gordon, too, in his next fight. So he thanks everyone, obviously, connected to Burkut FC, obviously responsible to all of his friends, family, and supporters, as well as another finish we have seen from this card. This fight night has been pretty spectacular, and we just have 2 more fights left. It's our co-main event, the Quebec native, looking to end it out with a win as Felicia Spencer taking on Leah Letson. The kickboxer versus taekwondo artist here. We'll see her. Herb Dean's our referee for this one as well. Spencer, of course, loud ovation for the Quebec native. Letson coming in, looking to get the strike exchange going. As I say that, here comes Spencer looking for the takedown. Now Letson with a nice straight right hand that lands hard. There's a right hand from Letson again, but Spencer gets all of her. And there's that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background now. She's trying to get her up against the cage now. Spencer trips her, got her, gives up her back two, got both hooks in, and that's all she wrote. Oh my God, look at the ground and pound into the rear naked choke. Well, I love that. That's how you do that, though. Felicia Spencer, my God, that was pretty fucking violent there. I thought once she got the hooks in, that was going to be it. Wanted to fuck her up a little bit before she got that rear naked choke for the fans. And she wants Megan Anderson. Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be a fun fight. Obviously, that featherweight division for the women's side, not that deep. As she praised her team at Jackson Week MMA, all of her various sponsors, all of her fans who came and support her as well. So our main event, Topuria taking on Mirsad Bektic. It's going to be a tough one, though. This is going to be a bit of a dog fight. Mark Goddard's referee, Kate side judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. 3-punch combination, though, fails for Bektic early. Topuria coming in, looking for some good hand speed here from Topuria. 2 of them landing out of the 4 punches. It catches him with a crunching right hook now. Gets him in close here, potentially. Left jab. Bektic avoids the kick to the body. Set up. Now he's got him in the clinch. Got him against the cage. Oh, and then ends up being out-wrestled. There's Topuria now with his wrestling. It's very interesting. He got him against the cage. Waited for that stomp, so he was able to counter. And now, as far as Bektic trying to keep him against the cage, but again, Topuria now is separated. Now back standing in striking as the right hand from Topuria lands. Left jab. Bektic avoids the big right. Bektic now trying to get a grappling exchange going, but Topuria, my God, went for the vicious right hand. Doesn't land it, though. Good round for both guys. Obviously, I think Topuria edged it with his actual striking, but if Bektic can get a nice takedown going, he might be able to steal a round or 2, but there's a nice right cross that lands hard. Oh my God, what a combination. 5 quick punches, 5 of them lands the big right hand. Somehow didn't even rock him, and he's got the takedown. So there we go. We were wanting that takedown. Topuria, though, gets the scramble. Potentially. Oh, he's on his back, though. So went for the scramble, but we're back where we were. Tries for another one, though, and Bektic is just like, I'm just going to grab side control then. Pounds away now. Several big shots here. Now he's going to give up his back now. Well, he gets saved by the bell. Close one. Close one, because Bektic there at the end, I think, kind of stole it. I would say it's all tied up, too. That was, because Topuria, he started off really, really good striking-wise. Once that takedown happened, he was still in it. Well, once he was able to get rocked and he gave up his back, too, Bektic probably would have finished him if there was an extra minute or so left in that fight. Oh, left in the round. There's two left hands, the big right hand from Topuria. Now he catches him with a beautiful head kick now. Already rocked him with it. Oh boy, big right hand. Smashes through. Down goes Bektic, and he's going to finish him here potentially. My God, Mark Goddard's got to step in and stop that one. What a win for the Spaniard. My God. A great performance. No surprise that this one ends in a finish. 14-0, and he's looking for his 15th one to be a championship one. Whew. Hila Topuria. My God. That is a very, very dangerous 145er. He's going to be a problem for sure. And now he awaits to see who will face for that featherweight title. Hell of a show, though. Hell of a show. A lot of finishes. Only 2 decisions the entire 10-fight card. Pretty impressive. Hell, the main card had 3 first-round finishes. The whole entire show had 5. That is very, very awesome. Love that. Sucks that the popularity didn't increase from it, though, because that was a really, really good show. Yeah, I mean, performance bonus from Topuria. Yeah, from Felicia Spencer. I thought she did well. Yeah, for Magomed as well. I'm going to give Menfield the KO of the night, though. That was very, very crazy. Trying to say, I had Rodrigo Vargas. He did well. Yeah, that'd probably do it for the performances and whatnot, performance bonuses. Made $1 million. Oh my, nobody made over 100,000. That's not good. That's not good. What a lot of more people. It's crazy that Cape. We're waiting on his contract. He was another one that we didn't have signed. Obviously, he's part of Ryzen. That's his actually first fight in the save, so we'll see how he does. The Portugal native, was made of it in Ryzen. But that will do it, though, for episode 51. Thank you all for watching. What a fight night, though, that was. That was a lot of fun. We kind of got... a 70's kind of low, to be honest, because that was a crazy show. A lot of finishes, especially for a fight night like that. You want to have the exciting card like that where maybe there's not a lot of big-time names, but a lot of people, paving their way, especially for Alonzo Menfield. That was a huge win. Would love to get him back on top here. Oh my God, a lot of people are pissed off. Diego Nunez retires. But yeah, for our next episode here, after episode 51, obviously we'll be going to Fight Island. And it's Junior Dos Santos and Ryan Spann. And then for our in and out on March, UFC 260. Stipe Miocic, John Jones. I swear to God, if somebody gets hurt before we get to that, I'll be so pissed. So pissed. And then I believe 261 is, Kevin Lee, Conor McGregor. 262 is the trilogy. Fight between Volkanovski and Holloway. And the winner of that will be taking on Topuria, of course. So that's going to be a fun one. As we will catch you guys next time for Fight Island. For Junior Dos Santos versus Ryan Spann. Take care, everyone.